Hey, thanks for checking out the video and Happy New Year to you, 2024. And you might be wondering what is in store for you on this channel in 2024. My answer is more of the same. I plan on posting at least a video a week if I can, hopefully more. But yeah, I want to do more reviews, comparisons, testing, and just general flashlight, lantern related content. In this video, we're going to kick off the year by checking out the Manker E02 II. Tiny little AAA flashlight, and if you know me or this channel, you know I love that size, the AAA size. I just find it's as capable as I need for the day-to-day, and I like how compact those lights can be. What do you need to know about the E02 II? Basically, it's obviously a AAA size flashlight with the light at 90 degrees. Got an all-metal switch up top, got a magnetic tail down here, can stand. The clip can be reversed either way, but it's a stainless steel clip. And yeah, I don't know what to call this. I guess the lens. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm scratching the lens like this. It's a bit textured, but yeah, it diffuses the light in a pretty broad, even pattern. I can show you here. There we go, as my camera adjusts. But yeah, pretty suitable for up close work light. And I think that's great for this flashlight. Its form factor, kind of what it sets out to achieve. Get a little utility or work flashlight in the AAA size right here. But yeah, the light feels good. There is texture here on the midsection. Now, when I got this, I mean, this is pretty new to me. It still feels kind of greasy, probably just from the factory. I imagine I'll just wear off. The threading feels really smooth right here while I'm at it. Well lubricated. It did not come with a battery. So you do have to supply your own battery. There's, look at the threads. I don't believe they're square threads, but smooth nonetheless, that's for sure. Little look at the O-ring. They do give you an extra O-ring, as well as a little tiny key ring as well. And that's nice because this flashlight is small enough that it can be used as a keychain flashlight. Now, personally, I wouldn't, just because I don't like excess bulk on my keys. But I will say I've reviewed a lot of keychain flashlights that are a lot bigger than this. This is a very small light, actually. Let me compare it with another AAA size flashlight. My go-to i3T right here. This is from Olight, their AAA size flashlight. And, you know, you can see the E02 is significantly shorter, but does have about the same diameter as well. So pretty neat to have a compact light. Now, this does boast max output of 420 lumens. And then, yeah, as you can see here, it does accept your AAA batteries as well as 10440s. So I don't have to test that and kind of tiptoe around a gray area. It officially takes 10440s right out of the gate. Another thing you may have noticed is that it's available in the cool white or neutral white color temperature. So depending on what light tint you prefer, you got options when it comes to this flashlight. It's also available in different finishes. I know for sure green, and I think this might be tan. I don't know if they call it sand or tan or whatever, but I think there's maybe gray and black. I can't remember, but yeah, cool, different style, color options, and yeah, all metal flashlight feels good in hand, and it is very small. So yeah, it comes in this box that I have pre-mangled. So you already saw the front. Just look at the side. Got your water rating, impact resistance right here at the bottom. Max output seems really high. I imagine that's with the 10440. Also, the runtime seems extremely high. I imagine that this is the runtime with an alkaline AAA on its eco setting, really low setting. We'll go through all the different modes it has and its operation in a minute. But yeah, max throw right here as well. Here's a look at the back. And a little notice on the side. But yeah, that's the box. The light's sitting in this plastic insert, and behind that is its manual. We'll go over the user interface and warranty as well in a minute. Like I said, I'll just hit the warranty real fast. It does have a 5-year warranty, which is awesome, in my opinion. User interface time. Fortunately, it is not that bad. You do get a variety of modes on the E02 II. However, if you're familiar with modern flashlights, this is going to be pretty straightforward to you. This little schematic looks pretty complicated, but basically a single press turns the light on and off. Double press will access turbo, its highest output setting. Triple clicking will bring you into strobe. It is a constant rate of strobe. It's not a variable rate. 4 clicks will lock the flashlight out, and 4 clicks unlocks the flashlight as well. So it does have a lockout feature. Pretty cool. And then other than that, you've got eco modes and your general modes, which is high and medium. And then, turbo after that. But yeah, a lot of different variety of output when it comes to this flashlight. We'll run through it all right now. If I, instead of just clicking the light on, if I hold the switch down, we're going to access the eco mode first. And it might not look like this flashlight's on right now, but it's actually on. I'll turn on the overhead light. But yeah, that is actually on, believe it or not. So you get an incredibly low amount of light. This might just be enough to help you find the thing in the dark, honestly, unless it's pitch black. And this is probably how they're able to claim 230 hours of max runtime on a AAA size flashlight, because that is just the lowest amount of output I think I've ever seen. It's definitely sub-lumen, but yeah, that's cool. Holding from here will bring you into another mode that is still very, very light, but a little bit brighter than the one before. Clicking and holding again gets you to a third. I would still refer to this as eco. You can just barely start to see the output, the actual output on my hand on this one. And then from here, we start getting brighter to be able to actually notice this. And I'd say the light becomes more usable, honestly. I like moonlight modes and eco modes, but yeah, this right here, you know, it starts to become noticeable, the output. But yeah, cool to have that variety. And then from here, you know, you're going to get into, I assume this is its medium, and I have to confirm. High should follow this. And then if we double click, there's our turbo. 420 lumens max. We are using a AAA battery right now, so I don't know that this is 420 lumens, but it's bright. Definitely bright. So take it outside, check out its output, and then I'll throw a 10440 in as well. So let's do that next. Out in the back with the Manker E02 II, and we are using a AAA battery for these beam shots first here. I'm going to turn it on to its very lowest output setting. We saw this inside and could hardly tell if the light was on with any type of background light. It's hardly noticeable, but in darkness you can tell, and this would help you find the flashlight. As far as practical use, I think the output is too low for that, unless you were in utter darkness. But in any case, yeah, these eco modes are pretty nice to have. Each one gets a little bit brighter than the last. The lowest one is 0.1 lumens, so definitely sub-lumen. I'd say most of these are sub-lumen until you get to the third or fourth one. And then you get to like a more traditional moonlight mode, I'd call it, or at least the type I'm used to, like 1 to 1.5 lumens. So yeah, a few inches away from my hand here, you can see that output. And then we're gonna get into its 30 lumen low mode here next. And this 30 lumen low mode with a AAA battery has a runtime of about 5.5 hours. So that's what that looks like. After this, it's going to be its high mode, which is 90 lumens. We're looking at that now. This has a runtime of 1.5 hours on a AAA right here. And then yeah, let's double click to access turbo. This is its max output setting using a AAA. It's 220 lumens. And this will step down eventually to 90 lumens, but can get you a total runtime of 1.4 hours on turbo. So yeah, considering the small size, you do get a very decent amount of output from a AAA battery. So very impressed to see that. So yeah, after this, you know, we got to throw a 10440 in there. So let's do that next. Spicy battery is loaded, and you are going to notice a difference right out of the gate. So this is its lowest output setting using a 10440, and we're not looking at 0.1 lumen anymore. We're looking at 5 lumens. So good low level of output here. Just something to keep in mind. So depending on who you are and what type of modes or output you need may determine what type of battery you want to run in the Manker E02 II. But in any case, you do still get to cycle through some modes. You do get one less mode when using a 10440 over the AAA, just something to keep in mind. But the modes seem pretty well spaced out to me, which I was glad to see. And yeah, very usable level of output. I mean, if you don't need to throw light at a great distance away, this is a really good option. I like this beam profile, pretty broad. It does have a cutoff, which you'll see here in a moment. But this is turbo. This is 420 lumens on its max output with a 10440. There's that cutoff I was mentioning. So it's not a crisp cutoff, but it is a pretty defined cutoff nonetheless as far as the light goes. So you are getting all of your light in, you know, pretty much a single hot spot. Can't notice too great a difference. It is the brightest in the center, but you know, it fades out nicely before that cutoff. So yeah, there's a good look at the output with a 10440 of the Manker E02 II. Let's take it back at the desk for some final thoughts. My thoughts on this tiny little flashlight are as follows, in no particular order. I'm glad the Manker E02 II exists. It's a unique to me anyway, form factor. I'm not used to too many 90-degree flashlights in general. None this small, or this thin rather. And I like it because it is very different from the typical AAA flashlight I use. I use the OLED i3T, I've mentioned it several times. And you know, you just got a tail switch on this one, and I don't have a battery in the moment. But yeah, I mean, the beam profile is also different here. So more focused beam on this, whereas this is more broad. I do like the light at 90 degrees with the clip. You know, got a lot of functionality, hands-free functionality potential with this, just out of a pocket or backpack strap or whatever. That's cool. I like the all-metal construction. I like that switch as well. Magnetic tail, pretty handy as well. Feature to have. The fact that it can take that little key ring makes this a key option as well. So all in all, you know, I bought this with my own cash and I do not regret it. I'm glad I did. It's a cool little light. And I think it's very different from the i3T. So I think these two are kind of a good complement in a way, only because they're very different from one another. Different beam profile. In fact, you know, if you were to get the different LED, neutral white LED, you have a different color tint for crying out loud, different form factor. I mean, this one tail stands, i3T can't quite do that. Magnetic tail as well. And yeah, I think it's just yeah, a good light to have on the market. Hope this video gave you a good look at it. If you do want to support the channel, I'll put an Amazon affiliate link to this product in the description, as well as a link to my favorite go-to 10440s from PK Cell as well down there. So if you want to pick these up with a charger, you can get them at a reasonable price. Otherwise, if you have any questions that I didn't cover about this flashlight or anything else, any video ideas, things you'd want to see on the channel moving forward, please let me know. Greatly appreciate you watching as always, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, God bless, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.